was standing at the front of the auditorium, giving the keynote presentation for our firm's annual summit, when my manager, Sarah, interrupted me to tell the entire audience that my research might be flawed. I froze with the clicker in my hand, the bright stage lights making me feel exposed as 300 of our clients and colleagues stared at me in sudden confusion. Sarah didn't even wait for me to finish the slide. She just stood up from the front row and said that the board had some unresolved concerns about my methodology that hadn't been addressed. It was a calculated public execution of my credibility that felt like a physical blow to the stomach. I had spent 6 months on this project with her full approval, and seeing her turn on me during the most important moment of my career was a betrayal I never saw coming. Sarah had always been supportive in our private one-on-one meetings, often telling me that I was the future of the department. I realized now that she was only supportive when no one else was watching, but the moment she saw me receiving genuine praise from the partners, she felt her own position was threatened. By raising doubts in front of the clients, she wasn't just being thorough. She was poisoning the well so that any success I had would always have an asterisk next to it. My heart was racing so fast I thought I might faint, and the silence in the room was deafening as I waited for her to sit back down. She actually had the nerve to give me a small, pitying smile, as if she were trying to save me from my own incompetence. Actually, Sarah, if you're referring to the data validation we did last Tuesday with the external auditors, they found a 99% accuracy rate, which you signed off on yourself, I said, my voice echoing through the speakers with a steady, cold authority. I clicked to the hidden appendix slide I had prepared just in case someone tried to question the numbers, showing her own digital signature on the final report. The look of pure, unadulterated shock on her face was visible even from the stage, and the whispers in the audience changed from doubt to murmurs of realization. I didn't stop there. I spent the next 5 minutes walking through the audit process in such detail that there was no room left for anyone to wonder if I knew what I was talking about. I finished the presentation to a standing ovation, and while Sarah tried to sneak out the back door, I was surrounded by 3 partners who wanted to discuss a promotion for me. I didn't complain about her behavior to them right away. I let the contrast between my professionalism and her petty interruption speak for itself. I spent the rest of the summit networking with the very people she tried to alienate from me, and by the end of the week, I had 3 job offers from rival firms. I realized that a manager who tries to dim your light in public is someone who knows they can't compete with you in the dark. I didn't give her a second chance to sabotage me. I took one of the executive roles at a competing firm and brought half of my team with me because they were also tired of Sarah's ego-driven management style. Sarah was eventually demoted after the partners realized her public outburst had almost cost them a major client contract. I learned that you have to be prepared for the people who should be your biggest cheerleaders to become your biggest hurdles. I am a director now, and I make it a point to never interrupt my team unless it's to praise them in front of an audience. I am doing better than ever, and I realize that the best revenge is simply being too good at your job to be ignored.